Yo, what's going on? This is David. Welcome back to the channel. As always, remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I would really appreciate it. If you'd like to make a donation to the channel, information scrolling down below the screen, Cash App, PayPal. I really appreciate it. But yeah, we only got one rule here. I am not a financial advisor. Do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. You will appreciate it more in the long run. So, we'll jump right into it. We had an interesting week in the market. Had some good data numbers come out. Had some earnings come out. So we had a strong Friday. So things are looking on the up and up. So let's just jump right into how the markets performed this past week. And let's see here. You see the Dow on Friday up 176 points. Oh, the Dow is sitting healthy over 35K for currently. For the last week, the Dow was up 148 points. Year to date, the Dow is up 7%, over 2,000 points year to date. So the Dow is looking strong right now. Those recession talks are kind of dying down. So, um, we did have some interest rate hikes this past week, which I think was expected. I think the market expected it. So, you know, um, yeah. So sometimes the price is already built in. So the market is, I mean, it's rolling right now. Let's take a look at the S&P. Remember, if you have a portfolio, the S&P is a good way to measure how your portfolio is performing. You see the S&P on Friday was up 44 points, almost, you might as well say 1%. For the last week, S&P was up 36 points, and year to date, still the S&P is up almost 20% year to date. So you see the trajectory of the S&P this year, up 758 points. Remember, a lot of people, when the recession talk was heavy, that, oh, we're going to be at 32, 3,300. They kept moving that bar up. So right now we're sitting at 45.8223 for the year, and pretty strong. S&P is pushing along. So, you know, not hearing so much recession talk right now, um, which is hopefully a positive sign for things to come. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq on Friday, once again, strong day, almost up almost 2%, 266 points, sitting over 14K. Remember, the Nasdaq, I believe, touched 16K. I think it's November or December 2021 before you start seeing the downward spiral. So, well, I think it got down to, I don't think it got down to 9K, but I know it definitely got down to 10K last year. And now you see it's back up to 14K. And I mean, it's rolling right now. So, NASDAQ is usually the home of the big tech companies. And it's been a great year so far. Let's just take a look. For the week, the Nasdaq was up 2%, 304 points, and year to date, you see the Nasdaq up 37%. I think at one point the Nasdaq was down 44%. I want to say 44%. I could be wrong, but just take a look what it's done so far year to date. Up 37%, up almost 4,000 points, and I don't see. It doesn't look like it's slowing down. This doesn't look like it's slowing down right now. So we have some more big earnings. We had Google last week. Google did great after earnings. Meta did great after earnings. If you holding those two stocks, or especially option plays, call options, you really made some money last week. Um, this week we have Amazon and Apple coming up, I believe, on the third of this week. So yeah, it's the big boys are fighting back. So you see the Nasdaq year to date up 37%. So man, just just big things happening so far this year. I'm not gonna lie, I'm heavily invested into the big tech company. That's kind of how I got my foot in the door with investing, and I rode that wave for the last few years. Took the big hit last year when the market went down, but fighting back up to where my portfolio was basically 100% recovered, right? Plus, when the market was down, I was able to strengthen it. Made some changes, made some adjustments, and seeing some of my portfolio stronger than it was before. Before the market dipped. So that's how you got to go. When the market goes down, we don't run. We kind of reorganize, refocus, and get stronger for the next run up, because it's been proven over time that the market is going to go up. Over time, over the long haul, the market is going to go up. And I was talking to some of my friends and some new investors last year when the market was down. Oh, I'm taking my money out. I'm running. I'm putting it over here, putting it over there. I'm taking it out the market. I'm like, okay, it's your money. I can't tell you what to do with your money. I'm not a financial advisor. But we're definitely not running from the market, right? We're loading up during the downtime when people are fearful. We're adding more, and that's how you build a strong portfolio that's going to stand the test of time. And I'm so happy that with the changes and adjustments that we made, we're going to be in it for a long haul. So enough of that. So with this video, I started about a month or two ago. I wanted to take my Robinhood portfolio that I really haven't been taking serious, right? I just had a few crypto plays in there that I was adding here and there, but I said, what? I want to start taking it serious. And in the meantime, while I'm doing that, I want to really learn how to trade options, right? And I'm nowhere near where I need to be, but I'm learning. I'm starting to learn, starting to develop some plans here and there. The biggest piece is the mental piece, the emotional piece. Sticking to your plan, sticking to your research that you've done. And I'm learning that. So while learning that, it's going to be some ups, it's going to be some downs. You're going to, I get excited when I'm in the green, and I get down when I'm in the red. That's just how it goes in the trading game. And it can be tough. It can be tough sometimes, but I'm learning. So with my Robinhood portfolio, I started basically with 2K. You see my last Robinhood updates. I went from 3K. I went from 2K to 3K. Went from 3K to 4K. Well, since then, I talked about some ups and downs, right? We caught some downs. We had some bad plays, or I ain't gonna say bad plays, but some plays that didn't go our way, right? So, and we took a hit. We had got all the way up to 4K, and then we dropped down to under 3K. I'm sorry, under 3K. And man, that was like a body blow. But I didn't get down on myself. I said that I was going to stick with it, brush it off, live to fight another day, and and see what we can do to bounce back. So let me just open up the Robinhood portfolio here. Bear with me. And you see here, we are almost back at the 4K mark. We're almost back. If I would have stayed in a couple of plays a little bit longer yesterday, I would have been back. But that's part of the mental, that's part of the emotional part. Sometimes they get me in trouble hanging in too long. So when I reached a certain profit yesterday, I got out, and I felt pretty good about our day. And so let's just say you see the total balance right now at 3,900. You see it's moving right now because we do have cryptos over here, crypto plays and crypto trades, 24/7. So you're going to see some movement as the crypto move. I just have Ethereum, some Bitcoin, a few Doge here. So Let's take a look here. The past week, we're up $700. Remember, I took a big hit, so I've been trying to fight my way back, and I think we've been doing pretty well, fighting our way back. Um, and for the month, you see we're pretty much even because I made it up over 4K, then I dropped down, and so it's kind of been a up and down go for the last month, but that's okay. That's okay. Last 3 months, we're still sitting strong, up 31%, $943 for the last 3 months. And year to date, we're up 56%, 56%, $1,400. So when you step back and look at the big picture, we're doing something right. While we're learning, we're doing something right to be up 56% year to date in the Robinhood portfolio. So a couple plays that I'm in right now that I just opened up at the end of the day, Friday, and just to keep my eye on it. Intel was strong on Friday, so I said, let me see um, if we can get in, and just to see how it goes. If it doesn't go our way, come Monday, we'll exit. We'll just kind of monitor to see what's going on. Um, Sophie, I've been in one of the Sophie calls, this one for a while. Sophie's kind of really was skyrocketing for me at the beginning, a few months ago, a month ago when I started playing options. Sophie really took off for me. I think I caught it from like $4 or $5 range all the way up to $7, $8, $9. So it really benefited for me. Oh, got a car passing by. But so I'm still I'm in a Sophie play. You see a 750 call. And I picked up two more 850 calls. Sophie is reporting earnings, I believe, Monday morning. So this is kind of going against the rule. You don't want to. Normally, you don't want to play your earnings or buy calls right before earnings. I mean, you kind of gambling, right? People do it all the time, and sometimes it turns out really good for them. Sometimes it turns out really bad for them. But I did pick up two Sophie calls. I'm hoping for Sophie to have some great earnings on Monday before the bell, and hopefully we can see a push up come Monday. So that's what we had. We had a total of three calls for Sophie. And then we got reliable Apple. Apple, I was in Apple, and that's one of the ones that I closed out early on Friday because I had a nice run up, and I had two calls that really got me back in the game. And I closed them out, took profit. And at the end of the day on Friday, I opened up two more calls. Apple, as I mentioned earlier, they have earnings coming up this week. So, I love Apple long term, regardless of the fact. I think Apple is by far the number one company in the world, just in my opinion. So we did open up two Apple 195 calls, expiration date on the 11th. So we'll see how that goes. And one thing I've really been doing a good job of is taking profit, and usually about 10 or 15% of profit I put into my long-term plays. So if you see from the last Robinhood video to now, you're going to see increases in these positions and even a new position here. So ET, which I really like, I'm up to 28 shares in now. VTI, I'm still adding here and there. QQM, I'm up over a share now. Main, up over 6 shares. This is some, monthly income. ET has a good dividend as well. All these actually play dividends, right? ET, well, Main is going to be monthly now, and I just opened APLY, right? It's one of the new yield max options, and this one tracks Apple. So I did open that up on Friday. They have the new. I mean, first of all, do your research before, dealing with these high yield funds, right? I like the high yields, but only maybe to have one per account. And I'm not going to load my portfolio up with 5 or 6 high yields in the same account. I think I did that before, and you just don't want to do that, right? So I have high yield funds, but they're spread out. One account here, one account there, and you know what I'm saying. So I don't put them all in. You may have a portfolio that you just want to have all high yield type funds in, and that's fine too. You know what you're getting out of that. So just different strategies for different people. I'm not gonna say what's right or what's wrong. You do what works best for you. So I just opened up AAPL, so I just have one share of that, and I've been using profits from my options to fund my long-term portfolio. As well is my favorite thing here, right? The reoccurring investments. So with your reoccurring investments, you see I bumped up ET. I'm now doing $15 every 2 weeks. You see some Bitcoin here, Doge here, Ethereum. Usually there's, $5 every 2 weeks. Same thing with VTI, Main, QQM. Every other week I'm trying to, add to the long-term plays. So, and the crypto, along with doing my options. So that's going to be my plan to build up this Robinhood portfolio over time. And you see so far year to date, we're doing a fairly decent job, right? Once we start taking it serious, really just about a month ago. So we'll say a month and a half ago. So uh, hopefully we can keep this train going. Next stop is still 5K. We got to hit 4K again. I think we'll hit 4K soon. Get back up over 4K. You see the trajectory. We got up over 4K. And then we took a deep dive here. But hey, we're going to fight our way back. Fight our way back till we get back up. We're going to keep going up. So you see what's going on. You see the trajectory, how we started the year, and slowly but surely. Remember about 2 months ago, we started taking it serious, and you see what's going on. So I think we're going to have some ups and downs, but we're going to go up. We're going to keep going up. We're going to keep fighting. We're going to keep sticking to our guns, and we're going to push this thing to 5K. And once we get to 5K, I think you're going to start seeing some floodgates open up for us. So yeah, that's just my update for my Robinhood portfolio, man. I'm still excited about it. I think we're gonna keep pushing. If you guys got any option plays that you're in right now, or any recommendations, or just conversation about what you got going on for yourself, man, leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear it. I'm learning these options just like everybody else. My main thing is buy and hold, which I do in my other accounts. Buy and hold. I'm building up my dividends right now. I got some investment challenges going on. There's a lot of different things that we're doing. So, but in this Robinhood account, man, we're going to build this thing up, and it's going to be a main account soon. Give me about a year doing what I'm doing. We're going to figure this thing out, and we're going to keep pushing. So, but I'm not going to hold you guys. That's pretty much the Robinhood portfolio update. Remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. Let me know your feedback. And as always, we have one rule. I am not a financial advisor. Do your own research, and I will talk to you guys later.